Hello, good evening, and thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of The Element here on YouTube. You know, it's a show where every week four very different personalities come together to share in conversation. Now, with me, as always, is
Rueyella Blake.
Oshea Hines.
And Kagale Stewart.
Now, we're not going to be wasting any time. We're going to be jumping right in with Rueyella. So, Miss Ella, tell me what's happening in your element.
Okay, so in my element today, I want us to look at the importance of privacy and the importance of knowing boundaries and respecting boundaries. And the other day, Chrissy Teigen, unfortunately, she lost her baby. My condolences to their family and friends. And I mean, she's a very public person. She isn't afraid to go on social media and speak her mind and invite others into her friendships, her love life. And it's usually a good place, a happy place to be. And she shared the message on social media that she lost her baby. And everyone was giving their 2 cents, sharing their condolences, and that was fine. But I remember a time when she shared a part of that and it wasn't so well received. And I thought, and she came out pretty strong from that, but I couldn't help but think, maybe if you were a bit more private, like you wouldn't have to expose yourself, to certain things. So I want us to highlight that today. The importance of knowing your own boundaries and you yourself knowing when to respect that. Oshea, what going to element?
Yo, I listen element and me there dead. Because really and truly, privacy is key. And by my element about creativity, is me. Nowadays, creativity is more of a cliche thing. So maybe this and you look creative, everybody beat this because me make it creative. So them nobody try say maybe it to a Ramon inner. If you make that the creative, as me. So everybody just a follow one set of trend and say, oh, I'm being creative. I'm a creative. You see me? So that more should look alike, but you see me? So I go on element Kagale.
Blessed love, first of all. Well, my element came to me actually the day after we shoot. Or one day after we shoot. I was going back to Kingston from here and take the bus and sit down beside someone who actually attends your school, NCU, and obviously she's speaking from the angle of someone who attends university, and me I speak from the angle of someone who doesn't attend university, but I'm not against university. But it almost come across as if she's against not attending university because she sees it as a general avenue, for greatness. And I just want to prove to this that it's not a general avenue. The general avenue is actually university, the study of self. So to be versed in self come before university, even if you plan to attend university. And I'm just want to highlight that, Yeah, see you later.
Well, this week I'm going to be particularly vulnerable. I'm going to talk about my journey with nutrition. I'm going to be talking about health and wellness. I'm going to be talking about weight loss and what has ultimately been my weight gain. I want to talk about how hard it is sometimes to contend with those things that, contribute to us gaining weight and losing weight. And I'm going to encourage somebody out there who may be on their fitness journey or their health journey to stick with it because, you'll get there eventually. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. We have a packed show today. A lot to say. We'll see you on the other side.
So Ramon, where say I go about you and the fitness thing, the zine?
All right. It's quite obvious that I'm not the, fittest guy there is. I've been the big guy in many rooms for as long as I can remember. I remember realizing for the first time that I was fat. I was in grade school. I was in the 2nd grade. And we had sports day coming up. So because nobody had told me before that this was probably not a good idea, I thought that I could be a sprinter. So I went to the team tryouts. I went to the track tryouts, and they were doing the 100-meter dash. I was psyched. I was ready to perform. So the person in charge was like, all right, get on your marks and prepare to go off. So I went down on my mark. I got set. But when it was time for me to go, I fell flat on my face. I fell flat. Now, Chris. Now, at the time, I thought it was because, maybe I had left the what do you call that area?
Everybody that was Chris, that's our audio engineer.
Yeah.
That little.
That
loud.
audio.
Your boot. He boot.
I thought I left the blocks too soon.
Black, see?
So I went on thinking that was the reason until somebody
Are
just
you
tell me
lazy,
one
man?
day. Somebody just called me Biggs one day. I remember the first time somebody called me Biggs, and they just slapped me in my face. Ramon, you really are overweight. Now, that realization did a lot to me mentally. And it started a journey that has brought me to this point. I have a very tumultuous relationship with food. When I'm sad, I eat. When I'm happy, I eat. When I'm angry, I eat. It's always eat, 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 eat. And that reality makes it incredibly hard for me, obviously, to lose any weight. I'm not opposed to physical activity. I mean, I love a good hike as much as the next guy, right? But it is very hard for me to manage my emotions and to manage my feelings about self when everything that I do is tied back to what? Food. Food is a place of comfort. It's a place of solace. It's a place of peace. And it has also been a place of much pain. Because I'm not happy being the fat guy in every room. Come on. I'm not happy being bigger than everybody else. I'd like to just walk into a store one day and just pick up a nice shirt, and come out and wear it and look good and feel good about myself. But that just isn't my reality. And realizing that, caused me to really think about other people, which is strange because you're having all these personal issues. The last thing you do is think about other people. But I really thought about some other people. If you know me personally, you know that I'm a pretty confident guy. Like the fact that I'm fat, it hasn't stopped me from doing anything. I will still put a very good outfit together. I'll still look good, smell good, I do what has to be done. Yeah. But there are other people out there.
My friend look good. Hey, Sean.
There are
My
other
friend
people.
look good.
Thank you, baby. There are other people out there who are not as confident as I am. And because of that, they're more times than none alone. They may not be alone physically, they may have a lot of friends, they may have their family around them, but emotionally, managing all those emotions can really make you feel isolated. I started my fitness journey, like I said, a few years ago, and I've experienced so many ups and downs. Like I remember I started the gym in 5th form, like seriously. I went every day after school. I did an hour cardio. I did weights. And by the end of the first month, I think I had lost like 15 pounds. And I was looking buff and I was so happy about myself. But then I got complacent. You know why I got complacent? One day after training, I went to KFC. I buy the KFC. I eat the KFC. Feel good in the moment, But afterwards, I felt so guilty. And I was like, okay, it's fine. I'll just try again tomorrow or the next day or the day after that. And I did. But where I failed, let me tell you where I failed. I didn't forgive myself for screwing up. I didn't forgive myself for having that meal. I didn't realize at the time that mistakes are human nature. And in order to move forward and progress past them, you have to actively forgive yourself. You have to be kind to yourself. When we were quarantined a few months ago, on my phone, I have a calendar. And ideally, right now, I'd be lifting weights. I'd be doing weight training. I broke the year up into quarters. The first half was supposed to be exclusively for cardio, then weight training, then something else, I don't remember. So I had that planned out.
Yeah.
I started off really well. I was exercising, I was eating healthy, I was meal prepping, and I lost a considerable amount of weight. Like, I lost almost 20 pounds. But then, again, life happened. And I gained back every single pound I lost. And that hurt me. Emotionally, that was probably the most
Why did it hurt you
painful
so much
thing.
though?
Because it's not like I wasn't trying. I had been trying for so long to get my weight under control. I like I said, I meal prepped. I did my smoothies. I did my quinoa instead of rice. I was cutting down on carbs. I was
Yeah.
counting macros and all of these things. Me did lose weight and me did I start look like how I envisioned myself. But I failed. And I think it's important to come on this show and tell you guys that I failed. And initially I thought that wasn't okay. But now I realize that failure in particular was important. Failure is important because it's in failure more times than none that you find a strength that you never knew you had.
Exactly.
I
And
was
awareness.
Yeah, let me tell you. I was sitting in my house last week. I was feeling so, aware of myself and my weight. And my mother came up to me and she was like, Lord God, my money put her back all the weight. And that sunk me. That mashed me up. But, where other people would be discouraged, where other people would get mad. Oh, please, I was mad. I found motivation. And I decided to get back on the horse and try again. And that's what we all have to do. Keep trying. So I'm going to look in the camera when I say this. If you are like me and you're struggling with weight or you're struggling with anything else in your life and you fail while trying to change it, that's absolutely fine. You see, I may document my weight loss journey on this show starting in the next 2 weeks. I may start doing that just to, give some motivation. But if I don't do that, find motivation from within. Believe in yourself. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to screw up. If you're healthy for a week and you go eat a kiss cake and then you go drink a soda and then you go eat a patty and then you gorge and you binge, it's fine. As long as you remember that isn't the end of your story. And that's it for my element this week. But Rueyella, let's move right along to you. Tell me what going on in your element.
So, again, I noticed how public certain things were for Chrissy Teigen online. I took note of how vulnerable she chose to be with us as her audience and as her fans. And many of us think we can just go and be vulnerable and just share and be open. I'm proud of you for assuming that because I know how confident you are and I know how strong you are. And so putting yourself out there in a certain way, knowing your boundaries and knowing how far you can go, how much you can manage to share, that's so important. And not a lot of us are aware of our boundaries. Many of us, we tend to overshare. We tend to be too vulnerable and with the wrong people in the wrong crowds.
Wow.
And we don't pay attention to the effect it's going to have. When I share this, what's going to come back to me? Because you attract what you are, and you definitely attract whatever other people are as well. Because people, as we always say, people will always be who they are.
That's what
Can you manage that? Can you manage being vulnerable to that? And a lot of us on social media, we share certain things and we tend to share our highs. We tend to share when we look good, when we sound good. We tend to share when we're happy. And certain moments we don't share. Certain moments we keep to ourselves, our lows we keep to ourselves. in that moment when we're so happy and we're so overjoyed, we're not thinking, when I share this, like, all right, me just get my passport, me go for my visa, you know. Me go show, say, me go in there, so go call a key book. And then months after that, we not see a go foreign. We not see nothing happen. Maybe end up go for visa, but then there's no money for go for plane ticket, and you struggle so hard, like certain things come down upon you, and you can't go where, like, you share every minute, say, yo, me go in, or me soon gone, me soon gone. And nobody now say that. Then, like, people start talk now. Can you be vulnerable to the fact that, like, you put a certain thing out there, like, you have to live up to that? Are you strong enough? Many of us aren't strong enough to separate ourselves from people's expectations. So why be vulnerable to people's expectations when you don't know your boundaries? Like, set up your boundaries, establish, who am I? What do I really want to share? Like, am I strong enough to manage whatever people have to say about this? Let us be deliberate in what we're sharing, in what we're saying. Just because it makes you happy and just because it makes you feel good, you don't necessarily have to share that. Why? Because in the moment when you're low and people have a lot to say, are you strong enough? Have you built that strength to manage people's expectations of you? So be mindful. Be deliberate in whatever you're putting out there. Be deliberate in making yourself vulnerable to the expectations of people who you don't even know. When you hear certain comments, are you strong enough to hold your own and know, say, well, then say my head big, but I'm all right with that. Like, I'm fine with that as a person, so me not care. Or is hearing it from somebody else going to hurt you? You understand? So you're going to share the fact, say, well, this and that hard for me, like, me can't find hot and sitting. People are laugh after, you know. Are you strong enough to manage that? You see me? Know yourself and know your boundaries. Know what you're sharing.
The internet is so vast, and whenever we post something online, we're opening a conversation, whether it be intentional or unintentional. You need to be ready for whatever possible dialogue may take place. Last week on Instagram, I posted for the first time a topless photo. I wasn't completely topless, obviously, but a photo that I wouldn't even think about posting 3 years ago because I wasn't in a place then of strength, but I am now. And my stretch marks are showing, my flabs are showing, and I'm okay with it.
Exactly.
Because the conversation that I wanted to start then was about self-love and not caring about your imperfections and loving yourself wholly. And if there are people out there who are opposed to that message and want to be, well, assholes, then that's on them. I was comfortable doing that. You have to be confident and comfortable in the message that you put out.
Yes, definitely.
First and foremost, I'm look upon that day. When I talk, one person come to my mind, is me, and a Kanye. Because my boy, that is me. Like, Kanye is a creative. We know that. Give Kanye 2 pencils and a table and him build a beat. In bad, you see me? But he has a strong creative mind. But as a person, he's not strong-minded. You see me? So, if a morning, Kanye wake up, and Kanye go up on Twitter, and she say, somebody say Kim cheat on him. I saw his story go. You see me? Or if I lie, I saw his story go. And then you wonder why them things happen to him. And sometimes, brother, you live your life too much on the media. You see me? And I just saw the thing with John Legend wife. I don't know her name. I just know say John
Chrissy Teigen.
Chrissy Teigen, you see me? Because John am a boy, ordinary people days. You see me? And me I say, this was too much. This was too much because I saw the post. You see me? Like, you could have posted one picture with you, John, and the baby and say, oh, the baby. You see me? But some of the pictures were just too much. One of them, she was crying. The other one, John was there, she was crying. You see me? Like, so she opened up whole heap of people if it say anything they saw.
Yeah, about such
Well,
a vulnerable point.
I remembered when Free Boy they did Kobe Bryant did.
Yeah.
Me and Mr. Koffer chat over school one day, you see me? And one post come out by his wife, Vanessa, you see me?
Yeah.
And Mr. Koffer read it, and Mr. Koffer said, yeah man, a PR write this. You see me? And then couple days down the line, one post something again, and me and Mr. for a reason again, and Mr. Cuff say, yeah man, and she post this now. And me I say, look at life.
Yeah.
Because how we afraid of how people treat we and what people say, we have to be careful of what we post. What about the privacy? Like most of your things in having a life. Alright, remember, all my pre this a social media thing. Social media is basically a business. Remember, a pastor man come to church, Sabbath night, jacket and tie. Monday to Friday, wear jacket and tie, kind of doing preaching thing them. But on Sunday, wear jacket and tie, go play ball. You get me, I say? So on Instagram, live your jacket and tie life, no? On Instagram, so your business life, so I am successful here, me I do this, oh, me feel that this a business, whatever. But personal things like losing a baby, mother dead, like, me see people are ball on Instagram. Me I say, what the hell? How you find time to take up your phone and ball? Like, if you're a ball, your phone, remember with phone, you're just a ball, you're seriously a ball.
Maybe it's just a case.
Hold on,
where
before you even move on,
and not
I
even
have to respond to what he said about Chrissy Teigen sharing those photos. You see, Chrissy Teigen, like I had mentioned earlier, was willing to share a particular message and have a particular conversation. She has been and continues to be very vocal about
women's reproductive health
and their reproductive rights and her journey to this point. So sharing the death of her baby and her child was just a part of her doing what she felt best for her community. And that, go on.
All me I say, she could have waited. She could have waited. You see me? Or
if she was comfortable, I don't think she should have.
Bro, all me I say, me not say nothing wrong with that, because listen, if me I put some message, brother, you see me? For example, me I say, I'm a football team got World Cup, and we not reach a World Cup stage, you see me? And we drop out. Like, I go share the message with everybody say, we drop out. But me just say, bro, she do it the way how she do it, the pictures. Me not gonna say too fast. I just say, brother, them picture them very, very, very. Brother, me I look on the picture, me feel sorry,
Yeah, they're on brand for Chrissy Teigen. She's a very public figure.
But brother, all right, what about me? What about me, Zine? I am a human and I'm also humane. Yeah, bro, me I go wrap up. You see me? I'm a human and I'm humane. And everybody are humane. So enough people out there beat him feet, see me.
And like I said about me posting the picture on Instagram, somebody go send this in a group. Somebody go send me a picture in a group and say, look, panda fat boy with him stretch marks. But another person is going to say, if Ramon feels confident doing this, then I can do it as well, and I can feel good about myself. It's all about the message that you want to deliver
to who you want to deliver.
And I think that's what Chrissy did.
Well, bro, all right, you know what? Let me look on it from the angle. I can understand what I say, see me? So basically, because she's a model, so a regular person now go post a picture on Instagram like that. But basically, what she has said, all right, this happened, be proud of it.
She's saying this happened, guys, and she's in a position.
Normal.
Exactly.
So
she's
be proud of it.
She's in a position where mentally she can handle whatever negativity will come with it, because because her purpose is much stronger than whatever they could be saying.
All right.
So she knows that the influence she'll have on her community is much more comforting to her than, say, whatever anybody else would have to say, and being private. However, not all of us are there.
Right.
And I want for us to grow to that point before we feel comfortable to share certain things.
Right.
But Oshea, what one of your element? Because we know social media plays a big part in what you might be about to say.
Yeah. So more piggyback off on the topics as that normally say. You see me? But creativity. Biggs I say, John, what make me call him Biggs on this episode? Ramon I say, because he talk about fitness, so I don't really want to feel down. You get me?
No, it's fine.
No, brother, really and truly still, you say you want to do that fitness thing there, and me want motivate you. You see me, I'm a nigga. You do it. But as me I say still, him say, him feel comfortable in himself, and him back off him shirt, and him take a topless photo, and him go along with the antics, and you see me, and him comfortable in it. He is creative in that way. Me not creative so at all, brother. You see me, for me ear look like this, and me want to look a marina, I'm look a shorts, I'm a cracks, and I'm that, I'm a comfortable. This is me. I am creative in that way. Mr. Kagale this morning, me ask him say if I'm a soldier. Every day I see me in a camouflage. That I just feel him creative style. And me believe say everybody creative in their own way. But then some things are just too cliche. Watch it pre now. Some things are cultural. Because I remember I go there Jamaican, this a man a beat in time as a Rasta. You know, every little Rasta man beat the in time of the little Rasta belt once I start try the journey. So that's our culture. You get me? I say, so if you see a little man with a little twine them and you see me in a Rasta belt and or you see me have an in time, I say, oh yeah man, him just a start the journey. Because it's our culture. So me can't say a man have film own creative style and that. But what you know, he might beat him Rasta belt with a camouflage shorts. So that I just film style, that I just film thing.
You never see me in a pants yet.
Me never see me in a denim yet because I might just be creative in that way. So me have to understand that. You get me? I say, but when me talk about creativity now, especially in a dance hall, Zane, 100 man turn up back a one artist. A man could have sing about Shalalalala with 20,000 woman.
Shalalalala, welcome the outlaw.
You see me? And a 5,000 man that. You no mention nothing about 5,000 man, but a 5,000 man did it. You get me? I say every music video, a man a sing about woman again, a gun. You see me, bro? What day me I listen to a song? The song just drop. And I want my family them produce it. You see me? So that's why I did a medzi song. And brother, me pre a concept in my head. You see me? And me I say, yo, me call Biggs right away. Me say, Biggs, listen to that tune, yeah? And pre, what me I say? And before me done talk, Big say, go up on Netflix, type in the show, I think me buy name my show, and watch the trailer. And watch the trailer, and the man said, this and me say, boh, oh, Netflix no say that me I think about, you see me? And like, he must say, yeah man, we can use it, bro. And me I say, but if me go to the artist, and me say, you know, someone don't want you dressed a particular way here for the music video, he man goodly run me. Because them no pre-say that is being creative because in colleagues them nah do that. But watch you know, make one and colleague them step out and say, all right, I'm gonna do this. Everybody start do it again and then things say, yo, that a creativity. No, brother, that a creativity, that a follow. You see me? So if one man come out and have him back a touch them man within 100 man, them and him a sing about 100 man. You get me? I say like that is creative in that way. So that is alright. More show you present. Remember when me I watch two of my favorite music video them. Skilly Bang music video when him a talk about when him a walk through in place. Where you go again? Torpedo when him a walk through in place and Massacre one, just a minute. Two of my favorite music video them.
Yeah.
And I said, only if Massacre stole the walk from Skilly Bang in that music video, bro, in music video would have bad. Because I guess I know. Basically, what I say my king film place, in a minute, So I must say, in tap so and in link this as somebody in a minute. So basically, what more I want to do in that the music video now, in showing creativity. In go link this a girl for a minute, in come back, in go back on the road, in do this for a minute, in come back, in go back on the road. And then when in go back now, in last scene, when in go in a stadium and everybody did their play hand. Just a minute, I'm my king I place. But you start it out in the place, bro. I say, John Wodan, one look at creativity could have gone on this. So like the lack of creativity sometimes, like Alkaline, Jano, brother, you're not paying me, but me rate you. We Ocean Wave, you see me? Like if you watch a music video in a one go, you might not see everything, but if you watch it and you pause it, because when you look man have a newspaper in your hand, Alkaline birthday at the date, on the newspaper, I say, wow, that was creative, Erland. You see me? And like, me watch it again and me say, oh, that was creative too.
Yeah.
So being creative, bro, it doesn't necessarily mean following somebody else's trend. You see, my brother, you can be creative in your own way, bro. Me see Devin the doctor, yo, that you the creative, and Jamaica now give him a try. But you know if he stop. Because me see just up like a madman one day, me see just up like a woman one next day. I say, yo, this boy, he mag along with wally antics, and that is being creative, and me can't fight a man for that. Brother, me love see that because what you know, I did some go know say, yo, he's weird. He's unique because weird and unique are the same thing. He's different. And bro, dare to be a Daniel, dare to stand alone. I Bible say so, I think. Yeah. Mommy always tell me that. You see me coming name Daniel. So you get me, I say, bro, like you know, have to follow everybody, man. Well, I don't go under my elements. You see me, Ja?
You know, sometimes it's easier to follow, as in for some people, they feel that way because there is community in similarity and there is this unity in differences. So a lot of people find comfort in being similar to this artist or similar to that artist or buying this pair of shoes or buying this top because it's easier for them.
But the balance comes
That's
in.
what I'm about to say. You have to find a balance with yourself because I remember in my second year at university, I went through my rebellious phase. I started wearing capes and turtlenecks and some wild outrageous things. And people used to look at me and be like, who the hell is this guy? But I realized from then that if I were to be happy, if I want to be happy, I have to do me, period. Regardless of what other people are going to say. Because people are going to talk even when you follow. If people see you in a Ralph Lauren, them are going to say you wear Ralph Lauren because him a wear Ralph Lauren. If people see you wear Levi, them are going to say because you couldn't afford Ralph Lauren. So at some point you have to realize that you just have to live your life for you. Do your thing because you being authentically you is sometimes the best thing ever. It's so liberating. It's so freeing. And until you realize that, then, well, life going to be boring.
True. You're stuck there somewhere.
Brother, may I tell you, creativity is a thing where it's unique. I mean, if you get that out there, you see me? Creativity is being unique. Bro, one of the most creative music video them, because I always talk about music, because I love music. Music is inspirational to me. I did song with Drake, and what that black boy the name again? Rasta boy.
Future.
I see man a hop on a garbage truck and a wheelie. I say, what Drake? You see me? And then I see man getting like one Wendy's settings. I say, what Drake? He man getting one Apple Store settings. I say, this a boy. He man just a be creative, bro. Hey, you know why man I do this, brother? Me try tell you know why man I do this. So he man I grab audience. So you see, anytime you do anything, you have to have like a target audience. So guess what? No? You see, man walk clean the garbage truck in go rate Drake. I say, John, Drake I reach out to me. He man I work in a Wendy's go rate Drake. I say, John, Drake I reach out to me. So if a man out there, so I do a song, Zine a dance a song. We know say this is a cultural thing. No forget a youth wash car. You see me? No forget a youth a mason. Like build a tune, no brother, and like do a props about the mason work. If you show say your bricks pan bricks, so you show the bricks them as a mason man. That song they done gone already, you see me? But I mean I bash no man called M.W. Warmington. I one of my favorite artists. And no fan none with right name. That for sure say no rate him, so I mean I bash his music. You see me? But me just a show from the perspective then you would say I look a mason man, I make bricks so, pan bricks.
Yeah, you're saying tap into your creativity.
You see me like
can reach more people.
Reach out to people, brother. You understand me? I say, my youth, like another song, bro. Show a little car was sitting now. We a little get a youth to wash a car. And when you look, you see one hot lady come in and just love have that little man. They like, brother, that never reach a little man in our community, you know, but you go continue wash car now because you want to see one hot lady come in, you know. So you motivate a youth, brother. Tap into the ghetto youth them, where they call, you know, source. Or tap into feed them thing. Tap into feed them element. Zine and run with feed them thing. And see how creative it is. But Kagale, we're going in a year element now.
Well, the broad topic being university versus no university. You see me? But the subtopic is broad also. Knowledge of self. And I love how everybody includes self some way, shape or form within their element. You see me? And for me, I can literally remember exactly where my journey started in terms of looking within instead of looking outside. Because school on a whole, if you go to school without studying yourself, which most of us do from when we begin elementary school, like automatically you never study yourself at a tender age. So you go there absorbing a lot more than letting out, So I remember grade 5, the age of 10, 11. I had neighbors, Mr. Thompson, Mrs. Thompson, elderly people, 70 or 80 odd. You see me, and them grandson touched down from foreign, and it was a joy because the youth never really live with me, girl. Or I never have access to the youth them. So if you're a youth about it was a joy, you see me. And remember one day I said I'm going to play ball, I'm for forward. So me not carry with him. I remember distinctively like yesterday. You see me, it was a white Lancer. I remember the man I play some Gang Brother. It was the Nas album. You see me? Distant Relatives. You see me? And it was like me and my distant relatives because to how me grow. Yeah, to how me grow reserved and how him, you see me?
Yeah.
Live over so and thing and him play ball for Portland Timbers and thing. Like him just vast, you see me? And like him a play it and like me I say, what this is, me? As we enter, come remember, you see me? I remember particularly one particular tune, the Sabali Patience. When the man say, oh, the earth was flat, if you went too far, you'd fall off. You see me? And then when the man say, man, I heal them bones in the bush with the wet mud. It begin for, like, you knew, but you never meds it. You get what I mean? So you never meds that this is reality for some people. You never meds that if you existed in some realities, this would have been your reality too. So this kind of forced me for create my own reality based on what is within me. You know, this kind of forced me for want to be unorthodox. Like, it was a pleasure for disagreed people growing up. You know, but not disagree from a stance of wanting to disagree, but disagree because I just don't feel that way. You get what I say? So it was a joy because I'm not against university. I think university is an avenue out of many. You know, there are many avenues. You know, university itself has grown to become something that it wasn't in the beginning. You get what I say? So I'm not against it, but I'm more for, in terms of a sequence, I feel like we become versed in ourselves before we become versed in the city. You know, like that's what me call the happenings of the city, from finance to media. You get what I say? All them things the city related, but nature is more that intrinsic, innate, organic vibe where you go within yourself and know so.
And that could be much stronger than what you could absorb from somebody else, because you've said already that what's within is so vast, like it's so much. And what somebody else can project onto you is just so much and no more. You understand? So that's like unlocking some wealth right there.
And the depth is infinite. It's not like a book where you have 58 pages and it ends there.
Bro, more thing, isn't me? And brother, I got university, isn't me? I'm glad I go, but it better me ain't go. You see me? I'm glad I go, but it better me ain't go. Because enough things I learn where would I really say I relearn me really, or I become me never really tap into my source, me never find out. So university really helped me tap into my source. So I could have go and I really could not go. But as a youth like me, brother, we have a voice, isn't me? I can't go chat to nobody and tell them say me have C-sec. How are you, man? You get me, I say? Because me is a boy and a brother. If you know me personally and you see me, you not know some guy at university unless my wallet drop out and see my ID. Our police company ends. You really know some guy at university because I pull out my ID first. You get me, I say, bro? Because me not really see which part of university I do more than a man we go say, boy, you know, so I can build lamp with seashell, so I go and use it. You see me? Me not see them better off than a university student, or a university student better off than them. Because well, we are suffer still. You get me? I say really and truly. We live hand to mouth and well on them sister. And university a joke in some scenario, brother, to me as a university kid. You see me? But on the hand, bro, and the same thing what Ramon did that talk about. Brother, you see no five things that we do in our life, brother, for people, you know, brother. Same thing we all talk about too. For people, bro, because just to make people know, so watch you know, I am going through this. So if you are going through this at this moment, you can feel safe in yourself. It is okay. Enough things are with the brother for people, you see me? Because right now, you know, brother, I want to get my master's and I want to get my PhD. Really and truly, bro, me no want nobody call me doctor, because me no like call nobody doctor if the man of medical personnel. Me no want nobody call me doctor, bro, but the voice when me have, me carrying up with a BA, a bachelor's of arts, and say, hey, you know that, come on, sit down, Rasta boy, who are you? But I run up with my doctorate, bro, and I say two things, Allah, because I'm in go school and get one philosophy in one particular discipline. So I'm smart. You get me? I say, bro, so me no love university, bro, but I have to do it because of people. And the voice I have, bro, for help other people. Because when me get my PhD, you know, bro, me can start tell people, say, yo, university not really make sense. And at that the time, they know then go take it for law because me have a PhD.
But you went there.
That's ironic.
What year? Like,
Yeah,
why
that's
would
very
you trust?
ironic.
No, all right, bro, all right, look on this. Zane, more ask a question. Me as a look at you, brother, me don't know. When people ask if me believe in a God, me say yes because of my mother. And the reason why I say this is, bro, 2015 August, when me come a Mandeville, for God NCU, my mother never have $3,000 in her account. And me, they pay me 5th year right now. Yeah, man, I want PhD, me I do up here. You see me? Me they pay me 5th year right now, and me never take a SLB, student loan. You get me? I say, bro, and every youth can have that like opportunity there, bro, if you come to university and make everything go through and them good, bro. You get me? I say, but watch a little man did I participate in a JCDC for a longer time, or a little girl I participate in a JCDC and live a mobile. You see me when there's a dance, quadrilla, and like, you can tap into the hotel industry, go entertainment, no. Like that a few thing, you know, my mama, you up on the from grade 1, you know, to high school, you go work, you got hotel industry, you they do quadrille for white people them. You get me? I say somebody see and say, wow, this girl is so unique in her craft. Let me take her to America so she can teach this. Wow, that's an opportunity for you. Things do happen, bro. You see me?
Yeah.
So me not really pressure you and say, yo, come to university or go to university, brother. The only good thing me see about university, I work and travel. So me tell a youth, say, yo, go to university so you can go and work and travel, so you can make a money for yourself and start a life. Remember, say me not tell him nothing about the degree again, you know. Come to university, get an opportunity if you go work and travel, make a money, start a life. So guess what? If you go work and travel, you can come back and buy one little taxi. You buy one taxi and put it on the road. You give your uncle making run. You get me? I say, me not tell him nothing about paper college again.
You see, I think what Kagale is saying is that everything has its place.
Thank you.
It's situational and it's circumstantial, because my experience in university is completely different from yours. Before I started university, I wasn't very sure of myself. I didn't know I was a good writer. I didn't know I have a good voice. It wasn't until after I met some people at school that I realized that, you know, my voice matters. I can do certain things. I can produce certain things. I can disseminate things that otherwise I probably wouldn't be able to do. So I wouldn't, you know, discourage persons to not go to university. I'm saying just do what makes you comfortable.
Exactly,
Do
because
that.
Yeah.
you can know that your end goal isn't necessarily to utilize the qualification, but you do want that formal education. You do want that formal understanding of whatever it is that you want to pursue. You want to know how the corporate world and other people will perceive what exactly it is that you're doing. So you want to get that formal experience to prepare you for that. You might not necessarily want to go and put it on a resume. You might want to be the boss, and you might just set up things for yourself to do that, but university is just a way for you to expand your knowledge, as we said in last week's episode, on whatever it is that you want to do.
Do what's best for you,
when,
period.
Always.
When me look on it, you see me, cause how me grew up musical. You see me never grew up with no celebrity in my house, but me grew up with all of musical people. You see me, everybody can sing. Who can sing? A musician. And me learn the craft. Me can do what me do, you see me. And me learn how to mix. Me learn how to sing. Me learn everything, you see me. Remember one time me mother buy one little camera for me. So me start take picture now, bro, and me start edit. You get me? I say, bro, everywhere me I go make a little camera. So them the little things that me did I do that long time. You see me? When me come at NCU now, bro, I really same things them what me did I do long time. I come back I do now. So me I say really and truly, Oshea, if I did sit on a flanker and decide not to be an idiot and tap in to your craft, which would be that what you been a do from your picnic, then university wouldn't have to be you. Because brother, I remember one time in our class, you see me, I one teacher, I say something, and like me, I say, sir, like this. And he must say, no. And I say, sir, yeah, man. And he must say, no. And I remember Givani, I tell me it because me did make a mistake one time. I nearly burn up the amps. So give
So
on
you
like a
learn
ribbit
something
in my
else.
head. Say, yo, no do that again, cause it will burn up. So me I tell the teacher, say, sir, no. And like him and I tell me, say me wrong. And like me, pull up on Google and me I show him, say, sir, I saw you go.
Yeah, so there are experiences outside of school that definitely guide you into whatever it is that you want to pursue.
So me can't beat a man and say, yo, alright, for example, remember saying you can't as he say you broken man in the bone with the bush with the wet mud, whatever. Yeah, me see him and tell me if it done. But like yeah, broken bone in the bush with the wet mud, like I just some man can do that, some man have to go to university if you study fit on doctor, yes. So it's just two sides to a coin.
Yeah, just
One
always
may
pursue
choose
whatever it
which
is that
side
you
he join.
whatever it is that excuse me, you feel is best for you. And I think that's a pretty high note to end on, a pretty thorough note to end on. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in. It was our pleasure to discuss these matters, but it was also our pleasure to share with you our discussion. Tune in next week. Until then, stay in your element.